Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. Let's continue with chapter 3 Performance Management and Strategic Planning. After the environmental analysis has been completed and the gap analysis reveals an organization's leverage, constraint, vulnerability, and problems, the members of the organization must determine who they are and what they do. This information will then be incorporated into the organization mission statement. The mission statement summarizes the organization's most important reason for its existence. Mission statement provide information on the purpose of the organization and its scope. In general, thorough mission statements include the following component: basic product or service to be offered, primary markets or customer group to be served, unique benefit and advantages of products or services, technology to be used in productions or delivery, concern for survival through growth and profitability. An organization vision is a statement of future aspirations. In other words, the vision statement includes a description of what the organization would like to become in the future. About 10 years in the future, vision statements are written after the mission statement is completed, because the organization needs to know what it is and what its purpose before it can figure out who it will be in the future. In addition, good vision statements have the following characteristic. 1. Brief. A vision statement should be brief so that employees can remember it. 2. Verifiable. A good vision statement should be able to stand the reality test. 3. Bound by a timeline. A good vision statement specifies a timeline for the fulfillment of various aspirations. 4. Current. Outdated vision statements are not useful. Vision statement should be updated on an ongoing basis, ideally as soon as the old vision is fulfilled. 5. Focus. A good vision statement is not a laundry list of aspirations. 6. Understandable. Vision statements need to be written clearly and straightforward so that they are understood by all employees. 7. Inspiring. Good vision statements make employees feel good about their organization direction and motivate them to help achieve the vision. 8. A stretch. After an organization has analyzed its external opportunity and threat, as well as internal strengths and weaknesses, and has defined its mission and vision, it can realistically establish goals that will further its mission. The purpose of setting goals is to formalize statement about what the organization hope to achieve in the medium to long range period, for example, within the next 3 years or so. Purposes of setting goals. Goal provide more specific information regarding how the mission will be implemented. Goal can also be a source of motivation and provide employee with a more tangible targets for which it strive. Goal also provide a good basis for making decision by keeping desired outcome in mind, and goal provide the basis for performance measurement because they allow for a comparison of what needs to be achieved versus what each unit, group, and individual is achieving. Next, move to strategies. At this point, we know what the organization is all about. Mission, what it wants to be in the future. Vision, and some intermediate steps to follow to get there. Goals. What remains is a discussion of how to fulfill the mission and vision and how to achieve the stated goals. This is done by creating strategies, which are descriptions of game plan or how to procedures to reach the stated objective. The strategy could address issue of growth, survival, turnaround, stability, innovation, and leadership, among others. The human resources or HR function play a critical role in creating and implementing the strategies that will allow the organization to realize its mission and vision. Specifically, the HR function can make the following contributions. 1. Communicate knowledge of strategic plans. The HR function can be a good conduct to communicate the various components of the strategic plan. For example, the mission, the vision, and goal to all employees. 2. Outline KSAs. Knowledge, skills, and abilities are needed for strategies implementation. The HR function through job analysis and the resulting job description serve as a repository of knowledge regarding what KSAs are needed for the successful implementation of a strategic plan. Thus, the HR function is in a unique situation to provide information about whether the current workforce has the KSAs needed to support the strategic plan, and if not, to offer suggestion about what types of employees should be hired and what type of plans should be put in place to develop the needed KSAs internally. And finally, propose a reward system. The HR function can provide useful information on what types of reward system should be implemented to motivate employees to support the strategic plan. The organization's strategic plan has a direct impact on the unique strategic plan. The organization's strategic plan include the vision, mission, goal, and strategies cascade down to all organizational level. Thus, each division or unit also create its own strategic plan, which should be consistent with the organization overall plan. In addition, strategic consensus occurs when the various organizational units agree on a common set of strategic priorities. Although it may seem that the greater the consensus across units, the better the firm's performance, this is not always the case because we must differentiate between consensus regarding strategies and consensus regarding goals. Ways to achieve strategic consensus. These two alternative sequences, strategies toward goals versus goals toward strategies, were constructed against each other in a study involving the head of purchasing and manufacturing of more than 100 manufacturing companies in Spain. Results suggested that the strategies toward goals sequence was superior in terms of predicting a firm performance. In some, it is beneficial for the cascading of strategic planning to first have units agree on common strategies before they agree on what goal will be set to reach those strategic priorities. Next, job description. Continuing with the sequence of component shown previous, job descriptions also need to be congruent with the organization and unit vision, mission, goals, and strategies. After the strategic plan is completed, some rewriting of the existing job description may be in order. These descriptions provide information about the various tasks performed together with the descriptions of some of the KSAs required for the position. In some, the tasks and KSAs included in individual job description must be congruent with the organization and unit strategic plan. In other words, job description should be include activities that, if executed well, will help execute the mission and vision. And job description that are detached from strategic priorities will lead to performance evaluation focus on behavior that are not central to an organizational success. Finally, the performance management system needs to motivate employees to display the behavior and produce the result required to support the organization and the unit mission, vision, and goals. Developmental plan need to be aligned with unit and organizational priorities as well. In addition to serve as a necessary guide for individual and team performance, knowledge of organization and unit level mission and vision provide information about how to design the performance management system. Knowledge of the organizations and unit vision and mission allow HR function to make informed decisions about design choices. Some choices in performance management systems are criteria, behavioral criteria versus the result criteria, participations, low employee participate versus high employee participations, temporal dimension, short term versus a long term criteria, level of criteria, individuals versus team or group criteria, system orientation, developmental orientation versus administrative orientation, and reward, pay for performance versus pay for position. Well, we come across to the last part of chapter 3, building support. Performance management is a primary tool that allows top management to carry out its vision. The performance management system, when aligned with organization and unit priorities, is a critical tool to allow all employees to understand where the organization stands and where it needs to go and provide tools to employees. For example, motivations, developmental resources, so that their behavior and result will help the organization get there. Building support for the system does not stop with top management, however. All participants in the system need to understand the role, then play and receive a clear answer to the what's in it for me question. Communication about the system is the key. This include a clear descriptions of the system mechanism. For example, when the performance planning meeting will take place, how to handle disagreement between supervisor and employees, and the system consequences. For example, the relationship between performance evaluation and reward. Not involving people in the process of system design and implementation can create resistance, and performance management system may result in more harm than good. Thank you and have a nice day.